all my art friends. I'm sorry I made that big noise. I forget to move my chair all the time before I start the video. This may sound strange, but I'm doing this fundraiser for my daughter-in-law, who's a strong woman and competes and is very good. Unfortunately, the Arnold, which is a very large competition, was canceled due to the virus, and we're all living through that, so we all know the realities of that and the difficulties. So I thought I would put this video up, and then I'm going to make some videos that I'm hoping might be able to help people with some stress. A lot of us are having stress due to this situation, and it's understandable, of course. And maybe, well, I'm thinking I could maybe mail the papers to you if you wanted to do it, and for very little cost. Maybe I can get them into an envelope or something. Very inexpensive, and you can buy your own basic supplies that would be very inexpensive. I don't know that that will work out, but it's just a little thought I have going forward. And, you know, it may be a while before we can get back to spending time together doing art. So for now, we'll just do what we can do. We are human beings that are very resilient, and I firmly believe that if we're cautious and, you know, do the things we're supposed to do, that although we will definitely have some losses, we will get back to some sort of normal. And people have done it all through history. This isn't the first time there's been a terrible illness, but in our lifetime it's probably could be the most extravagant thing we've experienced. So I certainly understand, and I'm with you. So let's just have some fun, and there's so many things we can do being at home still. So anyway, this project is, it's a girl I made a while ago, and it was in my Altered Book of the Month Club. And I basically just cut her face in half, as you can see. And this is a very simple little project today, which I'm also going to be putting out there for people if they'd like to make it. It is a fundraiser, so there would be a small charge, $20. But you could put it on, you know, a normal canvas. This board is 8 by 10.5, so you could definitely fit it on an 8 by 10 canvas. And so once again, I could mail the items to you for not very much money. Well, like this one I said is a fundraiser, so I do hope to raise some funds for her, but I realize right now may not be the time this will happen. But maybe going forward, and I'm sure she will be competing again. She's on track to be on this thing called Team USA, and she's very amazing. She's also vegan, which is very hard to be in this category of strength competition when you're a vegan. So anyway, pretty cool. I'm not worrying too much about getting a little bit of this blue on here, but I don't want it everywhere. So at some point here I'll probably have to dry this thing a little bit. I want to do a couple classes on YouTube for people who could just use, I think, whatever you have in your house. Maybe I'll even just use a ballpoint pen or something like that, so that It's not, you know, you don't have to go out and get Sharpies like I usually use or anything. I think there's lots of things, and I think most of us have lots of stuff like that, and so I think that might be kind of fun. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Maybe no one will like it. I don't really know. If you're watching this for the first time, my channel, would you please subscribe if you like it, and share it with your friends maybe if you like it. And I do believe a lot of the art I do, just about anybody could do it with a little bit of guidance. So I don't think there's much pressure to it. And give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to have a comment from you too. Tell me where you're from, and tell me what you love to do. And if you're new to art, or if you've been doing it for a long time, share with me. Show me some of the art you do. I'd love to see it. That's part of the fun of this, is that we can, you know, maybe we can't get together physically, but we live in a time right now where we can share through the internet, and that's a very special thing that we can do that. Well, I think so anyway. I don't love everything about the internet, but I think this is pretty wonderful that we can get together. So this is going to say, I gain strength with every breath. And then I'm going to write some personal things later on about it, what it means to me. Now for me, this did not mean physical strength, because I have some illness things and I'm not super physically strong. But you know where I'm strong is inside, and my faith and my general belief in people, that they're good. And I know everyone's not, but I think a lot of people are, and I think a lot of people try the best they can. And I don't know. Sometimes that's all you can ask, especially at certain times in people's lives. Now I have to say, I'm not very worried about things being super straight. I am not very straight. I always say I'm a little bit upside down and things like that. I don't know if I could do anything totally straight if I tried to. So if that matters to you a lot, there's things you could do. You could draw a line on here and just cover it up. And you know, I'm kind of trying to space these relatively the same apart, but they may not end up that way. And as you can see, they're not all cut exactly. I just eyeballed it on how I gauged, you know, the G is smaller than the N, and so I left, maybe I should have cut this off a little. You can do that. It's okay. And if it doesn't matter to you like it doesn't matter to me, then you can just do it like this and have it be not quite perfect, and that's just fine. I see my H is a little bigger too, but I don't care. I'm fine with that. If it really bothers you though, you certainly can do it more perfectly than I do. That's wonderful about art. You don't have to do, especially mixed media art, you don't have to do it the way I do it exactly. This is an idea, and you have the power or whatever. You can do whatever you want with your mixed media class and your mixed media projects. You don't have to do exactly what I do. I'm giving you the basics, and you know, you can choose your finished look to look how you would like it to look. And I want you to always remember that. You don't have to have it a particular way, and I don't have to have it a particular way. I'm going to do it what's pleasing to me. Well, I told you this was really short, like I said, because it's pretty simplistic. When this dries, I will go around all of these letters with some black Sharpie, but there's lots of things you could use instead. I hope that's in the frame for you. Let me take a little peek at it and see. Just a second. Pull it back here a little bit. I think when I get my new table covering that I have, when I get it cut, I'm going to put a square so I know where is the best spot for it. Most of this has decoupage on it, so I'm just going to add a little bit more all over so it has the basic same texture, although with mixed media, again, I don't care that much because it's all the different surfaces and everything that makes mixed media, fun and interesting in a way that it's all different. It doesn't have to all be the same. And I always use, this is hard to see because this one's so bad. Let me see here. No, this isn't much better, but this is what I usually use. Matte Mod Podge. I like it. It works for almost everything for me, and it's not very expensive, and that works well for me. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this, and look for more from me. And I'll be putting up some little fun classes eventually, and we'll just kind of, maybe in the next few days, I don't know. We'll just kind of go from there, and we'll just keep playing, right? And this is how we will de-stress ourselves a little bit. So thanks for watching. I didn't even say, my name's Cindy Kromholtz, and like I said, please go to my YouTube channel, and I guess if you're watching this, you're on it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks a lot. You all take care out there. Be careful. Hello again. I thought I'd pop in here and show you how I'm finishing this. You can probably tell it's different than it was. I did some work on it. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of red to her inner eye there, and a little bit of white to her for a light inner eye. I already did all that Sharpie here except for on the H. So this is how I usually do it. There's lots of ways to do it, but I just do a really skippy thing. It's not straight. I don't worry about it very much. I just barely touch the paper. And then I add some little dots in. Try to do uneven numbers. It's more pleasing to the eye, but not a big deal. So there we have it. That's my finished, other than my personal writing I'm going to do, that's my finished piece. Thank you again.